Amazon's Thursday Night Football has had a strong season, driving 44% more consumer engagement than the NFL average. While Prime Video won't air a Thanksgiving game tomorrow, it will feature the Raiders versus the Kansas City Chiefs on Black Friday, maybe appropriately for the big retailer. Joining us right now is Kevin Krim. He is EDO president and CEO. And Kevin, tell us again how you measure ads before we jump into ad engagement and consumer engagement with these ads that come through, because you guys do things a little differently than just about anybody else.
That's right. We at EDO, we work for all the major media companies, Amazon, NBC Universal, Disney, Netflix. And what we're looking at is outcomes generated by TV commercials. We're looking at these behaviors that consumers take immediately after seeing an ad, searching for the brand, going to the brand's website or the brand's app. And what these are predictive signals of eventual business results. It's investment grade views of what the fair value of advertising really is.
I would assume that for Amazon, when they are streaming something, you do have more engaged viewers because these are people who are already tech savvy. They're using Amazon streaming to do this. Maybe they're at their computer as they're watching some of these things too. It's probably an easier stretch than dealing with old line television at times.
Right. The Amazon 100 million plus Prime subscriber households in the country are an above average household, I'd say overall. And so you have that, and then you have the engagement with an app. You don't change channels as easily when you're in an app. And you've got also a lot of custom integrations that Amazon has been putting a lot of effort into.
So what do you find 44% more effective than the NFL average? What's that translate into?
Right, so that's for Thursday Night Football on Amazon Prime Video. And what that's saying is that on average, the lift for every ad that is aired on Thursday Night Football is higher than the average of other NFL programs. So you've got that added engagement with the ads, which means they're more valuable to the advertisers. And the NFL overall is well above averages in its own right.
And that's what I was going to ask. What this means for advertisers. Can Amazon then charge more money to advertisers who are doing this? And how does the NFL, you think, view some of these things too?
Right. So advertising is priced on a per thousand basis, per thousand impressions. CPMs. And Amazon is able to charge a higher CPM because it's driving more engagement per person, per household, than the average NFL broadcast. And the NFL itself is priced at a significant premium over the rest of television because it drives more performance,
I would
more
guess
engagement.
Some of the Madison Avenue types, the ad sales guys would say, look, it loses the mystique somewhere. If we create a really great ad campaign, maybe it's in your head about the new car brand that's out there, or the new beer brand that we're trying to, or old beer brand that we're trying to bring you back to in the case of some of the ones we've seen recently.
Right.
What do you say to that? The looking things up, does that necessarily translate to sales, and not looking something up or not being able to measure it? Potentially they're looking up something on their phone and you don't see that.
Right.
With some of the old line ones.
Right. The emotional impact of ads with a 21st century consumer is translated into their behaviors. They've been trained, they've been habituated to know that they've got connected devices all over them as they're watching TV, and so they're able to take actions when they see something that is interesting to them. And that is ultimately what advertisers are trying to do, is create that awareness and then that intent.
How do you measure it if somebody's looking things up on their phone when they're watching on an old screen TV? Can you capture that? What
we're seeing is we're looking at large panels of consumers who are opted in. They're being compensated to have their digital lives tracked.
It's like a Nielsen.
It's a Nielsen, but for a modern streaming age.
Right.
And these are people who their shopping behavior, their research behavior is very useful for a variety of research purposes, including what we do.
Is Nielsen trying to copy you? Because it seems like you're right. This is a much more modern approach in capturing things that the old way of measuring would never capture.
Right. What Nielsen does and others do is audience measurement. That's counting how many people see it. And that's not an easy task. Nielsen over time has had to evolve from a fairly small panel to one that blends in what's called big data, all the data coming from smart TVs and set-top boxes. So that's a challenge in and of itself, because demographic-based advertising buying is really changing to advanced audiences, and that's a big technical challenge for a 100-year-old company. So what people like EDO are doing is bringing outcomes to advertising, and that ultimately is what people buy off of, because they need to know what the expected value of every ad that they're going to buy.
But your takeaway from this is be prepared for far more streaming to come, because that's where the consumers are and that's where the advertisers are going to want to be.
Exactly. Streaming is all about consumer choice and advertiser choice, and so it's a win-win for everyone. It also means that, yes, we're going to see a lot more live football on streaming platforms.